Hello everyone, it's thomasjujube, and I don't have my script right now, so give me a sec. Kamen Rider Build is one of my favorite seasons of Kamen Rider ever. The season is a perfect blend of action, plot, character, humor, and visuals, and was a joy to watch. If you've seen my review of the season, you would know that one of my favorite aspects of the show was the secondary rider, Ryuga. He was the reason for so many hilarious moments in the show, along with some of the best character building moments of the show. And some of the worst moments, but we don't talk about that. Imagine my joy when it was announced that his story would be expanded upon with the Cross-Z V-Cinema releasing the next year. Not only was I excited to see this movie because I wanted to see my favorite secondary rider and his beautiful suits back in action, but I also wanted to see what happened with this new world that we are left in with the season finale. Today, I'm here to give my review of this new movie that came out a long time ago, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm here to review it, and that's all that matters. Before we get into it, be sure to join the Discord server if you want to talk more about this movie and anything else relating to Kamen Rider Build, and follow me on Twitter where you can get sneak peeks at upcoming videos and hear more of my thoughts on tokusatsu. Now, let's and jump into my review of Kamen Rider Cross-Z New World. And I have to say that I thought the movie was just pretty okay. It's just kind of average, but I don't know, it's just not the greatest. The other two Build movies, Be the One and Heisei Generation's Final, Not Final, are, I think, significantly better than that. This one, at least. I think this one's alright. It feels rushed. So, basically, the beginning, we get a quick recap, and that's nice, and it kind of signifies what I think is the best part of the movie, which is just seeing the Build cast return, because honestly, every time I see a clip or watch the movie and the Build cast comes back, I'm just reminded that this is probably the best cast of any Kamen Rider show. Ryuga is fantastic, Sento is great, Misora, Sawa, Gentaku, Grease, they're just all great characters, and their interactions with each other too is just really fantastic. And sadly, there's another character thrown into the mix which just kind of messes it up, but it's still great. So I'll just get into that new character now. Yui, I don't even know her last name, I forgot her last name. Yui is introduced in this movie as another person who doesn't remember the old, or who does remember the old world and doesn't really know about the new world. So she's kind of she's another person that's stuck in this world like Sento and Ryuga. So that was interesting, and it's brought up in the beginning of the movie, and I liked that she exists to kind of serve as an explanation for the other lost bottles. We get, I think it was like the 4 lost bottles that just kind of appeared out of nowhere as lost bottles, or at least a black and white version, not black and white, black and gold version of the lost bottles. She explains, I guess, why that happened, and it's kind of dark. She's tortured, and she just burns to death, and I'm like, okay, this movie's really willing to go there, and then it didn't again. That was really dark, but like other than that, Yui kind of doesn't serve any purpose in this movie other than to be a forced girlfriend for Ryuga at the end of the movie. And there's one point at the end where Sento creates the Muscle Galaxy full bottle and hands it to Yui for some reason to give it to Ryuga. Why did he have her do it? And I'll get into that now, I guess. Sento doesn't do anything in this movie, even though he very well can. He has the Genius Full Bottle. He is the strongest character in this movie, at least until Ryuga unlocks Muscle Galaxy. And, like, he doesn't go to the final battle. And you could say, like, oh, well, it's because he's trying to make Muscle Galaxy. Okay, that's true. But then he doesn't go after he's made Muscle Galaxy. He's just sitting there. They have a clip of him just sitting there. Why didn't he go in Genius? Like, I understand it's Ryuga's movie, but, like, can we at least explain why the main character isn't doing anything? He did say this is Ryuga's moment, but that's kind of flimsy. I mean, like, just have him show up and get immediately incapacitated by Killbus. I don't care. At least that explains why he doesn't do anything. That was much more of a tangent than I thought it would be, but alright. Let's talk about Evil coming back. Why not? I liked Evil coming back. That was really cool. I expected him to come back, but, like, again, he doesn't really feel like he does anything. So Evil comes back and starts helping Ryuga. I don't know why he's helping Ryuga. Last time he was with Ryuga, they were all trying to kill each other. So he comes back, he's helping Ryuga, I guess it's because he's trying to kill Killbus, so that makes sense. That rhymed in a weird way that I didn't mean to, but He's trying to get rid of Killbus with Ryuga, probably because they share DNA, and I'm pretty sure there was something like that in the series where he's like, we share DNA, we should be together. So they go back to Ryuga where he was in prison, and they were like, it's a Faust lab, and he just pulls the dragon full bottle out of nowhere. Alright, but then he dies from Killbus, and then he's brought back when they supercharge Ryuga, but like, when he comes back, now he's full-on Evil form, and that makes sense. But then all our main cast are like, alright, Evil, you better not try anything. And I'm just thinking, like, we literally spent this whole movie with Evil helping Ryuga. Like, actively helping Ryuga and saving him. And then he comes back and everyone's just, like, pissed at him. Like, I understand why they're angry at him. But, like, Ryuga and Ui aren't just gonna jump in and go, like, wait, he's helping us, guys. They're all just immediately, like, Evil, watch yourself. And this movie felt like, from the marketing, and it kind of seemed like it was supposed to be like kind of a Ryuga and Evil focused story, and it is. But then like at the end, Muscle Galaxy only uses Evil for just Evil being there. And while we're talking about Muscle Galaxy, it's a pretty cool suit. Maybe not my favorite. Not my favorite Cross-Z suit, but it's fine. But like, Evil says something like, Ryuga has the power to be stronger than any character ever. And it's like, why? Like, are we gonna explain that at all? No? Okay, thank you. They don't really say why he's so strong. Like, we know he's had the Evil genes in him, but like, they say he'll be stronger than Evil. How is he stronger than the person he has the genes of? Killbus is another strange part of this movie. I can deal with the fact he's just come into this new world. He's an alien like Evil. He's the same race as Evil. So it makes sense he kind of just pops through the Pandora panel and is trying to conquer this world. But he has the strangest plan ever. His plan is literally just destroy the world. Endgame spoilers? He's like Thanos in the end of Endgame, but like less sense. Like Thanos was like, I'll destroy the world, and then I'll be in charge of it, and there'll be a grateful universe. That makes sense with what he's been trying to do. Killbus is like the same thing, but he wants to die with it as well. So let's destroy everything for no discernible reason. Like, literally all they had to do was say, he wants to rule the world, so he wants to destroy a world, make a new one, just copy Thanos. Then it would have made more sense. His performance is also very strange. Like, he's kissing the full bottles, which is a little unsettling, if I'm being honest. He spends the entire movie without a shirt on, which is also a little bit strange. The whole performance from the actor is honestly not the greatest in my opinion. It's a little overcooked and over the top. But the suit is fantastic. I love the Killbus suit. People like rip on the suit because it looks really bad. But I really like the suit. It's really just due to me loving red. It's my favorite color if you couldn't tell. But the Killbus suit looks great in my opinion. So there's that. Last thing I will talk about here, because I don't want this review to go on forever, and it's not a long movie, there's no reason to draw this out, is where this movie feels on the Build timeline. This movie introduces like an older brother of Evil, kind of explains a few things with Evil and the Blood Clan a bit, but it really changes the ending of Build. Like, when we end off the series, we're left on kind of this bittersweet note, because we're like, oh, we have Sento and Ryuga back, but all the other characters don't have their memories, but it's still fine, we've got Sento and Ryuga. Then this movie ends with literally just Build in the status quo, like the normal Build series pretty much, except there's no Skywall, because Evil is still alive. Evil's out there, like, there's an alien out there that's killing worlds, and he's like, I'll be back, and I'm just like, you're not gonna do anything? Okay. But, like, it's such a big change from the end of the other Kamen Rider Build, which is fine. But I don't feel like this should have been a V cinema. We should have, like, they could have cut out maybe, like, 2-3 episodes in Build, and we could have had this, like, final 3-episode arc as, like, this movie. Like, cut it up a bit, take out Yui, and I think this could have been really cool. I don't know why such a big change to the Build lore is in a V cinema. Usually our V cinemas focus on a specific character, kind of tell a story with this character. Let's take a few examples. The Gaim V cinemas. A few of them, I'll give you this, a few of them give you some backstory that maybe would be needed in the series, but it's not necessarily too important. Most of those kind of, as like the other ones, they kind of give an extra story or an extra expansion on a certain character. The Drive V cinemas, I have not seen Drive, so I have not seen those, but I know that they take place after Drive, and they just expand on a character. It doesn't really focus in too much on the Build, not the Build series, on that series. But this Build V cinema does focus in heavily on the Build series, and I don't think like it doesn't feel like it should be a V cinema. It's kind of like the Be the One movie that I also reviewed, where I said that feels like it's trying to do too much for just a summer movie. This feels like it's trying to do too much for a V cinema that comes out after this series. So that's probably my biggest complaint about this movie, because overall I just feel like the movie kind of is a little bit just kind of messy, but overall I guess it works. And if I had to come back to watch this at some point, like let's say I rewatch all of Build, I will rewatch this movie. It's not a bad movie in my opinion, but it does a few things that I don't think it should be doing. So let me know what you thought of the Build Cross-Z New World movie down in the comment section, and don't forget to check out my Sentai Potential series and to hit that big fat subscribe button for more Kamen Rider videos, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.